What's going on, everybody? Money Shot here with another God's Eye perspective of a public War of Rights match. War of Rights, of course, going to be a 300 player count, first person military combat sim set in the US Civil War 1862. This is Napoleonic style combat with line infantry and field cannons supporting. This is ticket style play with some pretty good rewards and buffs for remaining in line and following your officer's orders, and pretty stiff penalties for your team if you are caught on your own trying to Rambo. Today's match is going to be Bolivar Heights Camp, and we are going to see some pretty bold moves from those boys in gray. But will they maintain that dominance we've seen so much of lately in the public servers? Without revealing too much, let's just go ahead and flip it on over, see how it unfolds. But first, if you haven't yet and you are enjoying these, please, down below, give me a like, give me a subscribe, leave a comment, share this with anyone else who may enjoy this as well. And I will see you just before the map. Enjoy. What's going on, everybody? We are looking, what are we looking, northeast out of Bolivar Heights Camp. We are just getting underway. Troops just mustering up here. Union is going to have to push hard over to this side and hopefully keep the rebel boys coming up this wood line from breaking into the camp. 43 on the clock right now. Opening moves taking place. And you see Union flags really driving for that front corner of the camp. You would like to probably see somebody set up over here as well, just in case. And a rebel gun has started hunting already. Looks like stars over here. Obviously gonna be our CSA team pushing up through the wood line. All as one big unit together here. Double column. Multiple companies. And they are probably going to try to break into one of these tent aisles and charge across the field in order to get a position for their flags to start bringing in reinforcements when they begin pushing and losing men. There's quite a lot of them. There's usually a skirmish group trying to divert attention, but I don't see anybody down here in the open. At least not yet. And the rebel gun continues to dial itself in over there. CSA now streaming into camp. They don't even care about tent rows. They're just going to push straight for the center of the camp and hope for the best. Union doesn't even know that they are there yet. They haven't, they were not, they're just now seeing. No, they still don't even, one person might see them. But CSA has completely driven into the Union backfield. They're actually at risk from their own cannons. If their own cannons get their shells down the way they should, there is no movement to stop them by the Union, who is simply sitting and waiting for this team to come out of the woods. And now somebody has finally told them, hey, we need help back here, and they are on the move. But it doesn't matter. CSA is all the way into the point. And the Union has now already lost the point of contention that they spawned on top of less than 5 minutes into the game. CSA leaving a good amount of troops down here to keep Union busy while they're back there camping the point, that is. And there is still no response to the cap. What a start by CSA, who said, let's go get it. And they just did. They did just that. It looks like they have now split up. A company is going to try to sweep Union artillery off of their redoubt here. And we may even see CSA artillery run up here and capture these guns and start turning them around on the Union themselves as their spawn gets pushed back to the back of the camp. This is probably the other CSA force coming up to reinforce their boys after they've capped here. Yes, that's exactly what's going on. And now they're going to be very difficult to get out of there. If Union loses their flags out here in the middle of nowhere, Campville, it's gonna be a rough day for the boys in blue. Get in here. They have finally decided, hey, we like this camp. But they are not in any position of advantage right now.
I'll attend to that.
Tactically or strategically for this match. And in fact, the CSA artillery has all but quieted itself, and they are mainly just focused on this front set of gunners, whom at this point have no reason to even fire on the CSA artillery themselves. They need to reposition their cannons to try to dislodge the rebel boys from underneath these flags. This troop here would be better off pulling up and back. They're well able to defend a little from the rear right now. A few Union boys trying to form up at their main spawn to try to put a flank into this captured point. But as it sits right now, somebody screwed the pooch big time. And the reconnaissance units. And this match is already in jeopardy. A slow rebel yell beginning already amongst the ranks. As a Union battery has been completely, well, all but silenced. I don't think they even have any. No, their battery is on the ground. This is causing the Union to pull a company off of their flags and try to take the battery back. I'm not sure, there's no reason to. They don't have any targets other than shooting through their own wagons and hoping to hit somebody down here. Here comes the reinforcements.
Anybody got any clue what anybody else is?
Somebody's over to our east, I believe.
And the Union is absolutely fractured at this point. What a start. What a match. This is a Union camp. Union spawned essentially on the point. And in the first 5 minutes, that point is firmly, solidly in control of the South. And this is the atmosphere and vibe from the CSA team we did not see the other night as they were getting beaten around the field. This is the nice, comfortable CSA team that we are used to. They are completely in control of the situation.
Well, there's now 2 flags down there.
Behind the rocks, guys.
And their proximity chats are showing it. The normal, calm, collected roleplay of the Union players over here. See their feathered plumes.
Come on, boys, we walking here. Come on.
And here's a Rambo, not doing anybody any favors. Oh! Oh! And that's why you don't do such things. This CSA regiment on top here needs to kind of pull themselves back together, reform, and try to hold these tent rows before the Union decides to pull their pants up down there, wherever they are reforming. And this unit has pulled themselves back together from the very brink back here by the artillery. And they're coming around the back side. Flags are going down quickly, though. 1 flag left. And they're getting charged, but it doesn't appear they have anybody with rounds in the pipes. And so it's going to go to a full-on melee very quickly.
Okay, shoot somebody.
Countercharge him. What are you fucks doing?
What the fuck are you doing? I'm a Union. I'm a retard.
And with that, there is no more Union flag on the field. And this match just got very dire for the North. You see the game continues to tell everybody that this battery has been overrun, and that is not going to change anytime soon. I don't feel CSA artillery members down there on those guns might want to run all the way up here. They are able to grab and use anything up here that the Union has abandoned or has been captured by the infantry. If they do that and get working cannons up top here, the Union is going to be extremely hard pressed to push anything to the top of this hill. Just an outstanding march, initial march by the CSA. Did not care, skipped to the first tent rows completely, used the defilade down here. And where nobody could see them, cut right below this hill and into the center of camp. Stroke of genius by this officer here. Looks to be, who are these? I'm not sure.
Press T, make sure you follow the star. Let's go.
But they stopped short and kept Union busy just long enough for their other regiment to capture the point, all within the first 5 minutes of the match starting. So,
Company B, we need
and Union spawn really a desperate bit of solos running up the hill looking for units that are put together in any sort of fighting fashion. There's nobody here who is in any sort of real formation. They are all costing themselves extra tickets every time they go down as well. Nope, there's nobody here in a formation that is that is big enough to even create skirmishing.
Rifle.
So they're really eating tickets. Decent amount of hurt's been done on this CSA troop, but they continue to hold these rocks as if they are twice as big of cover as they appear to provide. And the camp remains firmly in control
better turn that cannon around and shoot them.
by
Don't push,
these
guys. Don't push. You let them come.
CSA boys. You can see a few attempts down there to maybe muster a group together. That's what they need to do. Absolutely every one of them needs to stop moving and they all need to get together. Not only are they going to get the numbers required to break through anything that the CSA currently has formed up, but also they are going to start receiving the buff system to aiming and stamina and the like from being in line and getting morale boost from doing such. Here's a group here actively trying to put something together. They are going to come out the top of this tent row though, straight into a volley, I believe.
Yeah, in between the tents.
We're gonna shoot at them as well. Of course, we're gonna shoot back at them.
Between the tents.
Hey, game.
Oh, they can just see
the
some
center.
heads
South,
there,
sorry.
and these tents are
Ready?
not bulletproof.
Reload.
And you see the smoke hitting right there. Two boys in blue are on the ground now. They can barely see where they're getting shot from, and now they're getting shot nearly point blank from the tent row next door. They don't know they are there, and they're going to try and sneak around and get some bayonet kills. It's gonna get rather comical here as they shift back straight into these two Rambos, who is just trying to get a cap back in his gun. He does see the second blue guy, and he goes down hard from a bayonet to the rear end, it looked like.
Don't see him.
No, that's just used right there.
That did, however, really free up any control that the Union would have had over this small area of the camp. But at this point, Union needs to focus on taking small areas of this camp back. There is no way they're going to sweep up here the way they're currently playing. And in fact, There they are.
Yo, what are you eating?
They need to kind of clear out these little sectors bit by bit and then finally make a hard push to the center. The problem with these tent aisles, as you can see, as you're moving through the tent aisles, the angles are really creating some issues in the control that your positions are able to exert. While controlling this point here, you're under clear observation and fire from the main point of the camp. And here comes the brawl.
About Peruvians, about Mexicans,
But only 3 people came with him. I'm sure he's not too happy. The rest of his troops are nowhere near him. They are back there in the opening by the covered wagons, and he goes down. His other troop goes down. That is going to actually cost the Union quite a bit between the officer and being out of line.
No, I am a.
Here comes the rest of
You're an Argentine.
the Union's reinforcements. They're not seen yet. They do not know yet. If they push straight around the corner and not stop, they might have a chance to take this back. Union on the left of your screen still. Gray Boy slowly pulling back, but it's not gonna be too difficult here. They're getting reinforced from down below. And the Union, I don't think, is going to have a chance to get enough people up the hill in order to continue any momentum. And while they have slightly taken some of the camp back, the top and point of contention are still Southern held. And now we see final push by the Union. They're not in any sort of formation. This will simply be a mop-up job by the Confederates. Amazing push, amazing opening move by leadership on the CSA team. Something we, again, have kind of grown accustomed to as of late. It would perhaps behoove the Union to begin studying how these rebel boys have been playing. We're not shy about it. And we're not shy about letting anybody know it.
But
Whoa,
I do speak,
hey,
I do speak 3 languages. Italian.
3 languages?
Well,
Watch out!
And the more they stop to take shots, the more they lose tickets. They need to forego anybody down here at the bottom of this hill. They have got to get up here, but it is not going to happen. It's all going to be in vain, unfortunately. And there is the CSA artillery finally coming up to the top of the hill. 15 seconds, not even going to have a chance to get a gun loaded, unfortunately. Although he's found one. And he lets it rip straight into the proximity of... Alright, let's pull it back up. A little foreshadowing earlier, but clearly dominance exerted, dominance maintained by this CSA team and their officers, who continue to just do whatever it is they intend to do with these matches. Great job, CSA. And with that, I will leave you with the map.
The town of Bolivar, to the east of Harper's Ferry, was heavily surrounded by open space, which was then capitalized on by the Union Army for the many tents needed to house all of the garrisoning troops, as well as the trenches and embankments necessary to defend the upper section of the peninsula. An enterprising crew of artillery set up on the Bolivar Heights could have an almost unobstructed means of bombarding the lower town, and so its retention would be vital to trying to keep the area. As such, the garrison was an easy distance of the defensive works when General Jackson arrived from the direction of Shepherdstown to the north.
All right, guys, one last time. I know I've said it before. Thank you for watching. If you haven't, like and subscribe below. Leave me a comment. I promise to get back to you as long as you are kind. And until next time, I'll see you on the field. Take care.